that was really cool. That episode. It started slowly,
Yeah,
but I
it's
think
nothing nice.
sped up. Like the last half was really sort of bang, 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 and I did like that they resolved the Guizhang Master Chen relationship. I thought that was quite a nice touch.
Yeah, I liked that wrap up for Guizhang and Master Chen,
Yeah, I
but
did.
I was a little bit disappointed they didn't say like I'll catch up with you when I can kind of thing. So that's kind of like almost confirming that Guizhang never catches up to
Yeah,
me,
he's never going to catch to him, is he? I think
even in
you're
the games.
quite right. I think you're quite right.
We kind of missed a few things. We never saw Tom again, so he was kind of just a throwaway character then in the anime
Yeah,
at the
he's
start of the
just
game,
just
at the start of
there,
the anime.
just there as a sort of a touch, tip of the hat, wasn't it?
Yeah, we never said bye to Mark, did we? Oh no, we kind of
No, he
did
did.
because he
He
got
said
his
bye.
paycheck and
Yeah,
then
he said bye.
yeah, okay,
The, Mike is saying about the farewell scenes. I thought they did it really well, and Nozomi's tears on the ground. I thought that was perfect because she never told him.
yeah, yeah.
Whether there's more in a flashback or something we might get later on, I don't know. But she, as far as we know, she never told him that she's going to Canada.
Mm,
But I thought they did that
that's true.
really,
That's
really
true.
well. The Nozomi stuff, actually, you can feel. I feel really sorry for her. Actually,
Yeah, like I say, you feel a bit more connected to her in the show than you did in the game, possibly.
I
Um,
mean, Naoki Megami have been written out. I mean, Megumi with the cat's definitely in the artwork. Onuix X. I hope I've pronounced that right. I see your point about it feeling rushed. I don't. If they follow the games too much, I don't think it translates to this medium very well. The way I see it is, you've got the Shenmue game presentation, you've got the anime presentation. So I think they're both very different by design. And for me personally, it sits quite well. But
yeah.
I absolutely understand your point. I don't disagree with it necessarily. I think it fits, but
hmm
I can see where I see where you're coming from. Basically,
Oh, we mentioned it. It seemed like I was surprised. Probably the
hey
first time I was
Ginger.
surprised with the big skip that it
Mm,
went from Thingy to him leaving home because they didn't even say, as far as I'm aware, no one said we've got you a trip planned. Master Chen, I don't think said I'll arrange transport for you, did he?
yeah,
Or did I miss that?
he didn't say anything, did he? Like he just said, "I'll speak to my father again. Ring in a few
So
days."
there's a little bit of like there's no context then for
Mm.
like why today? Why is he leaving today? There's no one's said anything.
I think
So I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, some as a viewer, like, how are they taking these scenes? Because obviously we know Master Chen's given a boat, but are they thinking like, well, how is he getting on a boat? What's
I think they're thinking that that just happens anyway. Like he speaks to him, then you cut to the scene, obviously where he's getting on the boat, and Master Shen's there, so
yeah,
that you make
yeah,
that
yeah,
assumption, you make that link anyway. Um, but yeah, it did skip. Like I thought, it started off quite slowly. Actually, you sort of built up to that 70-man battle, bam,
yeah.
and then from then onwards, it really sort of picked it up, picked it up, picked it up. I don't have a problem with it. I can see that. Yeah, that obviously in chat there's people saying tornado kick's been missed out, the homeless guy has been missed out,
Yeah,
etc. I think
yeah, yeah.
the big thing is with it, they've had to make calls. I think on what's imperative to the story. Like we didn't learn swallow dive there, swallow flip. Sorry, we didn't learn swallow flip.
No, but then again, you never really feel like a need for that move later in the series, do you?
No,
Tornado's just one that you just end up using because
it's quite a good kick, but yeah,
it's fun to do in the game, and it doesn't really serve an actual use.
no, it doesn't. And but things like
Neither does
count,
Swallow Dive, though. To be fair, but
they've made it have a bit more significance to it. I think here, which I thought fitted quite well. Um, I think with
a
some
few things here.
moves,
So, guy says weakest episode for me. Didn't like the Goro getting hit so much. Was a bit messed up.
he did get beat up a
And he
lot,
pointed
didn't
that out. He got hit loads, didn't he? Which was funny, I suppose. Like as a comedy aspect, he's the comedy character, isn't he? And Well, him and Mai, to be fair, is a partnership,
It's
but
very
it's getting messed
anime-y
up.
in that respect, in how they've done it. I think in terms of how they take things forward in terms of Shenmue 2, like, you've got to learn counter elbow assault. That's such a big
Yeah.
part of that game that if they missed that out, for example, then I'd have a problem with it. But I don't have a problem with like tornado kick being missed, the shadow step being missed, the swallow flip being missed, because it doesn't really carry any massive story relevance. The mysterious scroll not going over by the looks of it,
True.
that begs a question. But
See, there's like this stuff that they've missed that I don't say I'm necessarily bothered about, but there's stuff that I'm slightly disappointed with, like you say, the mysterious scroll, not speaking to Tom, just things that as a Shenmue fan you love from the games. But I don't say I'm like it's going to affect the narrative at all. So I mean, narrative wise, there's nothing that they've done that doesn't make sense.
the Nozomi photo is missing. That didn't happen. So that's interesting how they're
Yeah,
going to deal with that and Rio's friends. Because obviously, when in Guilin, you've got all the pictures, haven't you? You shows the
yeah, he
pictures
showed
to
them to
Shenhua.
Shenmue. Mhm.
I think I get it. I get why they've done what they've had to do. Sheep said it could happen. Yeah, it could happen in a flashback. In
Yeah,
fairness, you're
yeah.
quite right. I think
And
they've
you've got to think the size of the episode there. They didn't even have an intro before the intro.
no,
So
they
I
just went
think what they
woof.
used there, they knew at the end of this episode we need to be heading to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So this is what we're going to have to show. So yeah, flashbacks could make sense in a future episode when they don't have to have that conclusion at the end of an episode. They can add a bit of filler into some of the later episodes, perhaps.
Yeah,
That can
yeah,
make sense.
I'd agree with you on that. I think it's then how they pace the Hong Kong stuff. But sort of going back to this particular episode, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
it
yeah.
moved very, very quickly. The fighting was excellent. I thought the fighting for the 70-man battle, the Guizhang Rio fight, the Chai fight, it was all very well put together. It looked really, really good. It does beg the question how good like the Yellowhead stuff's going to look like when we get there, because that there's a lot of Hong Kong. There's a lot of fighting. You're fighting pretty much from the moment you get off that bloody boat, aren't you? So
Yeah, true. Bag stealing and stuff.
that's
So that's
going.
going to happen next, really, right?
Yeah, it's
And
got to.
we haven't seen any Hong Kong footage yet, have we? Unless
Well,
this new teaser has got some.
we'll play the teaser in a bit. So
Yeah,
if you haven't, well, yeah, we are going to watch the episode 6 teaser in a minute. So we'll talk about that in
yeah,
a sec. But hang on, I'm just reading the chat. Nikolai, episode 3 is looking for the Phoenix mirror in the dojo and fell from the chair while next to behind the yin yang sign. I mean, it is possible that he picked it up and they just didn't sort of
yeah.
make a deal of it. It's yeah, absolutely. But
But then why didn't they, at least show it in his hand as he fell?
who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it could be in his bag, and it comes out later for all we know, because they could flash
Yeah,
back to that. Like, say you get into season 2, because we know because we played the game. Shenmue 1, 2, and 3 doesn't get used, but if you get into a season 2 and they go beyond Shenmue 3, it could get used there. It could be flashback to someone giving it to him, or we found this, or you found this, etc.
yeah.
But yeah,
They've got the beauty of flashbacks, I suppose, haven't they? I mean, if ever it's getting too Hong Kongy and they want to like take you back to Japan and reminisce a bit, flashback or something.
but that Richards mentioned that silhouette when Terry's talking about Hong Kong, they'll be
Oh
waiting.
yeah.
That was really nice. Like, you see the silhouette of Dol Neo and all the Yellowhead around
Can you
Hong
get that on
Kong.
the screen for a second, dude? Somehow, like go through your shots or something, or
Let me have a look. Oh, I'm gonna have
go
to,
back through the episode slightly. I don't know.
let me have a look on Google Drive. Hang on.
It shouldn't be too far back if you're going to need a Google Drive backwards.
Let me have a quick look. Let me dig it out. And then we'll play the trailer.
I know what you're saying, Spags. Ultimately, it's an optional item, so its potential is something its potential
But
is
it's in
something majorly influenced.
it's in Shenmue 2 if you carry it over without a save, and it's in Shenmue 3. So I don't know. Hey, son.
And what Guizhang says when he translates it,
Hmm.
it sounds pretty impactful, man.
Teaser shots.
Like it could be we've spoken
That's
about it
son of
before.
a
That's all
bitch.
in it. And we've said that it could be the move that Landy used on Iwao,
Oh, they haven't all uploaded. Ah, you bastard.
and it
I'll have
could be
to
the
wait.
move that Rio ends up learning and using on Landy at the end or something. I don't know.
Let me
Chenson says it was the best one yet for him. Episode was amazing.
quickly pull it up.
Where'd you get the Rio jacket from? That was insert coin. Want it, Matt?
Yes, it
A while
was.
back. I don't think they're in. I think they're long gone. They are.
Right, just bear with me a second. I'm gonna have to quickly pull it up on my screen because all the pictures haven't uploaded yet. They're still going, which is a little bit annoying. 12:35. Thank you. Help if I had the right episode, wouldn't it?
So the Daily Gaming Videos guy says, "Do you think we'll get the Chai fight on the boat that was cut from the Game and Only comic?"
No,
No,
not now.
not now. Not now. We've had Chai. We've already fought Chai like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna pop up on over the overlay very quickly, unless it will let me capture it elsewhere. Window
I
capture.
mean, they do. They could still do, but it would feel. I don't know. Might feel a bit weird.
Let me just. It won't let me capture it live because I've got Let me do a screen dump. Hang on. Snip.
There's always a chance they could start the episode up. Chai's back again. He's like, "Oh my god, mate, it's so annoying." And it wouldn't feel out of place. It's just. I don't know.
If it doesn't work, I'll have a look at it later.
Shensun says, "Really liked how they included Goro, Mai, and Mark in the rescue. Character development for Guizhang, Mai, Goro was brilliant. The Mai and Goro relationship was awesome in the anime." Yes, yeah, I agree, man. I think that the unexpectedly, like those were two characters I didn't expect them to flesh out as much as they did do. And Guizhang and Master Chen, that had a nice conclusion. How they were kind of like fighting and stuff halfway through the show, or in like episode 3 or whatever it was. They felt a bit of a strange relationship, but then at the end of episode 5, they kind of tied it off quite nicely.
You just put it on Spags is still real. I reckon it would be in there. That's right. It's the easiest way I can do it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. We've got a minute or two.
Because I can pause it anyway. Just bear with me.
I feel like if they flesh out the Shenmue 3 rescue party like they did with My Goro and Mark, it'll make Shenmue 3 much better.
Yeah, it will. Absolutely. Completely agree with that. There we are. So
That's got to be it, right?
That silhouette is spot on. You can see Dolnir at the front.
Okay. And then that's E1 to the right, yeah?
Yeah.
And then the rest could be anyone.
Yeah. Like all the sort of henchmen and stuff.
That's very anyone remember like the start of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It does a bit, doesn't it? Fuck Pedro, son. Fuck Pedro.
Or
Piss off.
what's the one I'm thinking of as well? Like, is that Streets of Rage where there's like a big boss bloke overlooking the city like that?
Yeah. Yeah, we have just watched it, Ginger. We just finished it. Yeah, it looks really good. Like, I know it feels threatening. One of the themes they've got going here is actually how like this is all interconnected. Like Mad Angels, Chi Men, the Yellowhead. It's all being, I don't know, linked together. I don't know. It feels less fragmented, but it fits the sort of the gang theme that Shenmue has. If you like, Mad Angels, Yellowhead, the Heavens, obviously with Ren's gang, Blue Spiders, Reds. It fits together. Like whether you agree with how they do it, that's another point. But it fits the theme, doesn't it? It's a common theme in Shenmue.
Yep.
But that shot is like
Colour stuff.
Fucking awesome shot. I'd get rid of it.
That might be the podcast episode. Bloody
I think it should be.
Actually.
I think it should be. Yeah, it's really bloody good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think, all right then. Just as a quick point before we sort of move into watching this quick teaser, which is only 30 seconds anyway, so I'll pull that up on the screen ready just in case.
I don't need to do
5
that now.
episodes. It's covered Shenmue 1. How would you rate it out of 10?
We've got to say 10, haven't we?
I think it's pretty much 10. It's there. I have some minor gripes that we're not going to get the boat, or I don't think we're going to get the boat, and that disappoints me. I think they could have done that. But overall,
or to be fair, it is too expected, and it's to be expected.
But yeah, I mean, of all the things that we wanted to see out of Shenmue 1 in terms of the pre-content, I wanted to see how he got his scar, I wanted to see the karate tournament, I wanted to see the boat. Now, assuming we don't get the boat at the start of the next episode, and I'm pretty sure we won't, I got 2 of those things out of the 3. So I can't be particularly upset about it. I'm quite happy with it. And I think, actually, the storytelling's been excellent. The animation generally has been very good. It's got better, actually. The fight scenes have got better as it's all gone on.
Yep.
They've had a hard job to cram Shenmue 1 into 5 episodes. They really have. And maintain a balance of story.
Like a few people have said about the Shenmue the movie was shorter than that. And they selected those scenes that made the movie fit the narrative. So they've done well, I think. They've added a few more little bits in Biley Village and whatnot. And I've got a question for you, actually, Matt, before we watch this, before you click on this. You know how in the games, I mean, Dreamcast possibly not as much, but playing Shenmue 2 on Xbox, new releases or whatever, it was very colourful, right?
Yeah,
so you've got your Shenmue ones like greys, gritty looking, and then Hong Kong's kind of bright. Do you think they're going to do the same sort of thing with the colour palette in the anime?
I think they will. I think they'll sort of
maintain, keep it consistent.
Maintain that aesthetic, won't they? I think they'd be mad not to. And because it's like all those sort of neon lighting and everything in Hong Kong, isn't it? It sort of fits it together.
Yeah.
I think, Son, you've got it right. They complement each other brilliantly.
Yeah. Just add context to game stuff, and games add stuff that we're missing in the anime.
It's very smart. I was reading on Twitter, there's a few people who've been watching the anime who are now wanting to play the games, and everybody's saying the games give you a lot of context to what's happened to the anime, but also if you've already played the games, it gives you a bit more. So they go hand in hand, they work together, and if people are picking up the games and then go, oh, I got this bit, this is why they did it, and it just fits together. If it's making people want to play the game, they have done a bloody good job in my book.